All right, let's do this lesson. Two wrongs make a right fallacy. This final fallacy is one that occurs. It's pretty self-explanatory when we come to the conclusion that the wrongfulness of one deed is somehow erased by the wrongfulness of another deed. Why did you hit Sally? She hit me first. Okay, well, she was wrong to do it, and that she did something wrong and that you did something wrong doesn't mean that it's right for you to do it. Okay, so the two wrongs don't add up to an okay. Here's another example of this. Why should I tell them they undercharge me? You think they would say something if they overcharge me? Well, here what we're saying is that you're justified in walking away when they undercharge you because they would have done something wrong conversely on the other side of it. So it's okay for you to wrong them because they would have wronged you. And so it's okay, it's right. Again, two wrongs make a right. That is one form of fallacy. The next one is wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is a fallacy that occurs when we think that something is true only because we want it to be true, for no other reason. I really, really hope I'll be the next American Idol, so I'm sure I will be. Our wishes don't make things true. That is the power of a genie, and there are no genies in real life, but a genie is someone who can make something true simply because we want it to be true, and those don't exist. But that's the fallacy of wishful thinking. So when the only reason I have for believing something is just that I want it to be true. Okay? So it's thinking X is true for no better reason than you want it to be true. Denial is a common form of wishful thinking. So when somebody says to me, teacher, I didn't miss that many classes, typically they're denying how many classes they missed, okay? And denying that they missed that many classes is really, again, a form of wishful thinking. This next one, ducking with irrelevance. Some irrelevancies are introduced into a discussion when someone attacks a counter-argument to his or her position, rather than offering an argument for that position. So, people don't like the president. I'm sorry, here's the example. People don't like the president. Granted, polls suggest he's popular, but people are lying because they don't want anyone to think they're racist. Okay, now, when someone says something like this, they're asserting that people don't like the president. Now, why? In spite of the evidence to the contrary, right, that there are polls that suggest that he is popular, at least to a majority of the people, we're ducking that evidence with another irrelevancy by pointing out that people are just lying in those polls because they don't want anyone to think they're racist. Okay, now what we're doing here is we're not offering an argument for our position. What we're doing is we're attacking a counter-argument, saying that the counter-argument doesn't work, so my position stands. So we have a point, somebody's going to bring in a counter-argument, and we say, well, we have a point that we make, but rather than support it, we say, well, here's what they're likely going to reply, and that's just stupid, or that's just horrible, or that's just whatever, and then we reject their potential of their counter-argument, and thereby think we've won. When you have, even if you have successfully defeated a counter-argument, that doesn't mean that your point is true. I'll say that again. Even if you have successfully defeated a counter-argument to a claim you might make, that doesn't mean that you've proven that your claim is true. All you've proven, if you're successful, is that that counter-argument doesn't work. But defeating a counter-argument is not the same as supporting your conclusion. Okay? I hope that helps. I know that was another very short lesson, but there it is.